Hello friends, Arthur here, and this is showcase number 17, as always hosted by Ronan. And we start with Alpenglow by Kernkop, and this is quite challenging map as for the first map of the showcase, and I would say challenging anyway. A lot of jumps, outer pipes, which I honestly hate, and this jump into checkpoint 5 are made me crazy until I show how just Maki did it, because I just can't find the line how to do it. It's completely unintuitive. You want to aim not in the center but on the edge of it. It was quite challenging, and just Maki said there is some kind of prize for beating after time or doing it 44.7, something like that. But well, quite challenging map. 5 Rockfall by Draponda. So it's pretty long track, and because of all these rocks and how this track builds, it's pretty RNG track. For 7 minutes I finished it just once, and not really fast because my main goal was first time finish and avoid all rocks. And well, I did it once, and I believe there was 3 or 4 other people who finish it. But yeah, so the idea, you do it all this snake road from the mountain, and at any point you can receive a rock in your head. Can't say anything else about this map. The only thing that it's really could be faster, you can do it 38, even with more skill or luck. I believe you can do it 35. And the good thing is that it's not repeat itself over and over, because RNG rocks, they fall off each time differently. So from this thing, it's cool. From the longevity of this track, I would say it's quite long. I prefer to beat half of it, honestly. Chris Later Beard Bus by U8. Pretty weird track, I would say, especially how camera is moving and all these lines. So we're in the beard or mustache, I don't know, probably mustache. So really interesting idea of the track. I would say it's not really hard, because all lines are pretty doable, and most of the time you know about them, you see the track. And there is a risky finish, or in this case it's not risky, it's more skill finish, that you need to do really hard turn or slightly tough brakes before entering in the wall ride. It's quite challenging, but really interesting track. And at the end I will show you the photo mode, the whole Chris Later with his beard without mouse. But yeah, let me in a comment know who it is. Thanks. Skyride 9 by At The Mediocre. Pretty cool map. I found that this track is easily done with steer limiter around 60. It gives you enough angle with all this speed to drive without smoke from your tires, so it's proper angle. And with a decent amount of speed you can overjump the hill into checkpoint 4, which again can save you a lot of time, and probably how all these people who beat after time by a lot, 2-3 seconds did it. So really short fun track. Sour Turns by Rory 13, and this is yet another really challenging map with really weird lines. At least there's some like guide dots so you understand it. I was really bad at all these turns, lines, especially like pipe transitions. It's hard, and the way how camera behave on the last checkpoints, it's also really hard to proceed everything. So really challenging map, and not of the track. Well, it's also really challenging, but the way how camera change differently and angle of it, it's ruin your perspective of all lines. So yeah, hard, but luckily enough doable. Quiet Trail by Codewalt. Very smooth, flawless track. If you do it like once and you figure it out, all lines, it drives so much easier. It's nice, it's smooth, you almost know all lines. If you drive like badly, probably some hills could consider as a speed checks, and honestly, I even don't know is it possible because of all these uphills and downhills do this track like in a bronze medal. I believe you can't, because with doing it so slow, you won't have enough speed to do several hills. Fall in the Depths by Lamoki. Well, Irate said that it is Mao and Maki track. I think my version that this is some kind of forgotten cousin, Maki cousin from France. It sounds better, but well, if it's Mao and Maki, I'm fine with it. Especially when you can do Maki track, it's always like holiday. And this is really nice track, but some lines you really need to know, and honestly some arrows, especially after checkpoint 3, could slightly misguide you. First time when I saw it, I go straight and there wasn't track, so some elements you don't see them and you just need to know this track. But it's not really fast, it's just more like skill and lines and turns, and I love it. Nice. Caldera by Schmerk. So for me, it was a really challenging track. For first like 3 minutes, I even can't do the first jump properly. It's always was or I'm like hitting rocks or overflow it way harder. Then I thought how several people do it. Next, my problem will transition to the first green part, which another problem for me. I again overflow, so I have a lot of issue on this track, like a lot. And that's why we're watching how Maki doing it, and I believe it's not his faster attempt, but at least he done it, which I never, so I can't complain. And watching how he do it, I would say several transition are pretty hard, especially upside down one. So basically you need to know the track before doing it. I would definitely fall off from my first attempt because I would never know that you need to do this transition and you need to react on it. So yeah, pretty fast, pretty challenging track. Lexer, it's Icy Trust Me by Just Maki. So another track from Just Maki. And well, in this track, and I specifically saying this, in this track, it's not ice, it's metal, which, well, I could at some tracks with some light consider that it really looks like ice, at least in glowing style. And this track, yet again, from Just Maki, and it's pretty doable in this version, and later you know why I'm like specifically saying that in this version. But I found one thing that I just can't understand how to do, yet again, Skishu problem. It's the last jump into the finish. No matter what I try to do, how I try to do it. I was doing it wrong, so I tried to take boosters and trying to jump, but I never have enough angle or momentum to do the correct jump into the finish. So I do like 3 happy attempts and they're all failed right next to the finish. It is what it is. Lexer It's Icent, Trust Me by Just Maki. So this version of previous map, but I believe most of the metal changed on ice, and according to the only after finish, we know that this map is doable, but even from this attempt, even your little small mistake on all this icy platform could cause you completely destroyed, so it's really precise map. Tigrio Box to Aqua Arena by Tiger Play on PC. I will use Ronan explanation for this track from the stream. I hope he don't mind about it, because honestly I have the same thoughts. The only thing from my end, it's a way better track than previous ones and a big limb jump into the better tracks in the future.
But generally, I'd say this map is an improvement from your other maps. I'd avoid repeating a track this many times, especially since in Zeepkist you are resetting pretty frequently anyway. So it feels like I've played the same map, like, even though this is technically the third lap of this, it feels like I've been playing this map for many laps when I could have just put a time down at 30 seconds and it would have got the same effect. Yeah, generally avoid just repeating map sections. Like, you could have just changed up the map here at this point and made like a different section to the map and then finished it like 30 seconds later instead of just repeating the map 3 times.
Thank you, Ron, for the explanation. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching this showcase. Not a lot of tracks, but they are all really fun, and I believe a lot of them have some kind of story behind it. So once again, thanks for watching, leave likes, leave comments, and see you next time. Bye!